Before getting into today's girl talk, I do want to thank you guys for sending in your questions. This is going to be a short girl talk video. Don't worry, I will be doing more girl talk. I know how much you ladies love these Q&As. If you would like me to answer your questions, you can leave them down below or you can leave them in my inbox on Instagram. Work skills you have learned over the years. So I get this question a lot, and when it comes to work skills, I think the main things that I have learned, I worked in a kitchen most of my life, and I will say I did have like a laundry job once in a while, but the kitchen was where I was always at, whether it was cooking with the chefs, whether it was waitressing, dishwashing. I was in the kitchen a lot. So the skills that I have learned is to keep the kitchen organized, check the dates on everything. Like till this day, I am checking the dates on our stuff in our kitchen religiously. And I will bring like the dates that are almost gonna be expired, I'll bring them closer, and then the dates that are like far out in the year, I'll put them in the back. For those of you that worked in kitchens, then you get what I'm trying to say here. That's what I learned, is basic like organizing and keeping track of food items. Another thing that I learned is communicating. So to be honest with you guys, I know a lot of you don't know this, but I used to be a very, very shy girl, and I would never talk to anybody. They would call me Smiley because that's all I would do is smile, and I would never open my mouth or talk to anybody because I was always shy. And the minute I became a waitress, that shyness had to go out the window because you're not going to be able to do your job. So that job taught me how to communicate with people and how to be compassionate. Working in a nursing home, you have to have compassion. Yeah, so that job helped me out a lot when it came to me coming out of my shell, if I can like sum it up in words. That was the longest job I ever had. I worked there for 8 years, and I know I talked a lot of crap about that job in like my past videos, but I have learned a lot, and now that I'm older, I realize that that job was the job that I needed in order for me to become the adult that I am. When it comes to my communicating skills, when it comes to my organization, and also I've learned a lot of recipes and kitchen tips as well. We don't have enough time in this video for me to talk about all like the kitchen hacks and tips, but maybe I'll do a separate video if you guys want me to on all of the tips and tricks that I learned when it comes to like if your knife is dull and you don't have a knife sharpener, you can sharpen it at the with the bottom of your plate, like the rim of your plate. You can sharpen a knife like that. There's just little things that I learned throughout the years with working in a kitchen. And I do not regret working there because now at 32 years old, I realized how much I actually learned and how much growth I did when it came to me being an adult. So very grateful for that job and all the skills that I learned. Will you ever vlog again? So this is something where I have been hesitant to vlog. I know my vlogs like were getting kind of boring, and I know some of these sit down videos are not for some of you either. It's not easy coming up with video ideas. I mean, I'm surprised I'm still coming up with video ideas till this day. It does get repetitive when it comes to my vlogs because we don't go out like that. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'll go to the library to edit. I'm not going to show the library because I'm a very private person, and I know that's kind of hard for some people to understand with me being on the internet. I feel like some people feel that I should show every little part of my life, and that's just not who I am. I'm becoming a more private person than what I was before, but there's certain things that I just don't want to show or don't want to talk about anymore. I'm feeling very creative when it comes to like the money saving videos again, minimalist videos again. That might change. Maybe I'll add in a vlog or two here and there, but as of right now, I don't know when I will vlog again. I feel like I have my days where I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna turn the vlog camera back on, but then I'm like, wait, I really don't want to show me going to the store again because I've showed grocery shopping so many times. I've showed Milo so many times, and maybe you guys aren't sick of it. Maybe I should keep vlogging, but I don't want to be repetitive either. So let me know down below. Should I start vlogging? It's going to be very simple vlogs. Sometimes I feel like my vlogs are not like other YouTubers, and I know I shouldn't compare myself. I've stopped that. But I know a lot of YouTubers have other things going on. Like they'll go to concerts, they'll go to a friend's house and things like that. And for me, I go to the library to edit these videos. I go to the gym and I don't film at the gym. We actually have a sign saying no filming allowed. Same thing goes for when I get my eyebrows done, no filming allowed. So there's a lot of signs where I live saying no filming. Yeah, that kind of like makes me feel like, damn, what am I gonna show you guys? Like, am I gonna show you me sitting on the floor for the 100th time talking to you? Or I don't know. I know I'm rambling right now, but I go through this constantly. Like when I'm laying in bed, I'm like, should I vlog? Should I not vlog? Should I stop vlogging all in general? Like, I just don't know what to do because I'm such a private person. So let me know down below, what should I share when it comes to vlogging, even though I am a private person? Maybe you guys have better ideas than me, because I've been breaking my head when it comes to what should I vlog about. Have you ever felt embarrassed by your ethnicity? So my ethnicity is not like Portuguese from the continent. So instead of this flag, it's this flag. I used to be very, very embarrassed to be Azorian because growing up, I went through a bunch of different schools, by the way. We hopped around from schools because we moved a lot. But I remember in one of the main schools that we were at, everybody was either Italian or Irish and nobody was Portuguese. And I didn't really notice until someone said, you gotta be Portuguese, you're so hairy, look at your arms. And then I started to shave my arms. Like, you guys know kids are cruel, and that was in like 6th grade. I would say like the school that I went to at that time, most of the people had blue eyes and blonde hair. I remember getting asked a lot of questions, and my hair was also like curly. The shorter my hair is, the puffier and curly, wavy, frizzy it gets. So my hair was short, I had a unibrow. So to put my look in perspective and not be all over the place, everybody that I went to school with at that time had a very skinny body like Paris Hilton. And for me, I was always a curvy girl, so big breasts, large thighs, a booty, and then I also had curly hair and a unibrow and hairy arms. So I did feel like I didn't fit in, and I felt very embarrassed to be Azorian for a long time. I don't know anything about my culture too. Unfortunately, we grew up with parents that weren't taught the language. They weren't taught anything from their parents either. So their parents were from the Azores. So they wanted all of us to be like Americanized. So my grandparents wanted my mom and dad to be Americanized, and then of course they passed that on to us. And you know, I just felt so embarrassed half the time because of how hairy I was and how different I looked from, you know, to everybody else. Luckily I had my sisters beside me, so whenever I was feeling sad or embarrassed on how I looked and, you know, things like that, I remember like going home crying because people would say like, you got to get rid of that unibrow, you look like a Chewbacca. And I remember my sisters always like, you're okay, Kira, it's okay. Like, so it's good to have sisters and, you know, family members. Do you live a sober life? I do, and I am very proud of it. So I am not a fan of drinking. I never was a fan of drinking, to be honest with you guys. I remember going to the clubs and babysitting my drink. The only drink that I bought, I would babysit. So I remember buying a Corona or a Sex on the Beach. Sex on the Beach was delicious. Sometimes they were too expensive for my budget. And I'm talking, this is like 21-year-old Kira, okay? So I remember buying Coronas because they were cheaper at the bar, and I would just buy one because to me it tasted like a rusted pipe. And I'm like, why do people like this? Like, the other one tastes a lot better, Sex on the Beach, compared to this thing. Like, this thing tastes like, I might as well just drink out of a rusted pipe or drink rusted pennies. So I've had my fair share of drinking when I was 21. I never got drunk to the point where I black out or anything. I've gotten buzzed where the room was like dizzy. And that's when I was like, nope, I want to be in control of where I'm at. I've watched too many Lifetime movies to be drinking like this. I'm not having someone take advantage of me, and it just feels like crap. I just don't want to do that to my body. So I'm happy. I'm happy with living a sober life. I don't like drinking. If I'm gonna have those kind of calories, I'm gonna have me a piece of cake instead, because they're kind of like the same amount of calories, because drinking is heavy in calories. So I'd rather have something delicious instead of something that tastes like a rusted pipe. What food item can you eat every day and not get sick of? So the one food item that I can eat every day, and I've been eating for lunch every day, is Trader Joe's California sourdough bread with avocado. Like, it's avocado toast, but it's different. So I'll toast the sourdough bread, and then I'll smash up the avocado, add some grapes, add some tomatoes, onions, some garlic powder, a little bit of salt, some pepper. I smother it on the sourdough bread, the sourdough toast, and it is chef's kiss. So I usually have like 2 slices of that for lunch, and I'm good to go. And that's what I've been eating lately. I would say like every other day, because I'm trying not to eat that much bread every day, but every other day I will have me some nice fresh avocado toast. It is by far one of my favorite meals. Also, another thing that's good on sourdough toast is chickpea salad. So you smash up the chickpeas, you add some green peppers, some onions, some raisins, some crushed pepper, a little bit of salt, a tiny bit of vegan mayo, mix it around, smother it on the toast. It is so freaking good. Maybe I can do like a video of like all of my favorite sourdough toast ideas. I don't know. I know it sounds so simple, but it's by far the most delicious food item that I've ever made. I know I've made quite a few food items and meals, but I'm a simple girl. Like, I like me some avocado toast. Don't ever forget the grapes. Ever. I need grapes in it. I like a little bit of sweetness, so savory and sweet. I love it. But yeah, that's the one food item that I can never get sick of. And also bananas. I do love bananas. Whether you eat them fresh, whether they're in the freezer and you blend them with a little bit of water, some cacao powder, you got yourself some vegan chocolate ice cream. Delicious. And I've been doing that for a long time too. One recipe that has made your life easier. So the one recipe that has made my life easier, I'm not going to take credit for this because there are 2 other YouTubers that made this recipe. I think there are a couple. I'll have their video linked down below. And it is a simple bread recipe with no yeast. When I tell you simple, I mean it. It's damn simple. Like, I feel like a 5-year-old could do this. It's that simple. So I think it's like, I don't remember the measurements. I actually have it written down in our a notebook in the kitchen. I have like all recipes written down. It's like 2 cups of flour, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, 3/4 of a cup of cold water. I'm trying to remember. Oh, some salt. And there was something else in the mix. And then you like mix it around. It creates a nice ball of dough. You let it sit for about 10 minutes. And then you can make 6 tortillas or 6 flatbreads out of it. Or you can roll the entire dough and make a pizza out of it, because that works too. So if you are in a pinch or if you are on a budget, you can have bread for a fraction of the price that it costs at the store. So I will do a video soon on how I do our, we've been eating lentil walnut tacos with that homemade bread. I haven't bought flatbreads in so long because this recipe works so well. It's cheap, and also the ingredients are super simple. Flatbreads at our local grocery store are very iffy, even at Whole Foods. The ingredients are so iffy, and it's like, why do you need 54 ingredients to make 6 tortillas? Like, all you really need is like 5 ingredients. You don't need to add natural flavors, because there ain't nothing natural about natural flavors. If you know, then you know. You don't need to add red 6, yellow 5. Like, what is this crap? Why do we need this? That stuff does more harm than good to our bodies. So I'm learning how to make simpler recipes, not only to save money, but also to help our health in the long run. What's your ideal self-care routine if money wasn't an issue? I've been dying to go to a spa. I've never been to a spa. I've never had a massage. I would like to do all of that one day if money wasn't an issue. Just one day. I wouldn't do it like constantly, because I know that can add up. And it's kind of unrealistic money-wise. I was thinking like maybe I can go with my sisters, but you know what? If it's a self-care day, then I want to spend it with myself, not anybody else. So yeah, me time is very important, and that's kind of what I would want to do. If money wasn't an issue, I would go to a spa, a day spa, if those exist. I don't know. I've seen it in the movies and in Hallmark and Lifetime, like people go to a day spa. I don't know if those even exist, but I would like to do that one day. And I would like to get like a massage and maybe like a nice mud mask and a mud bath. That would be really nice. I'm dreaming over here. Don't mind me. Any movie/show recommendations for us ladies? I have a ton of movie recommendations and shows. I don't know how to like name them all because I honestly don't remember the names to them. I've been watching a lot of cute mystery, rom-com shows, and also I've been watching a lot of like holiday movies. I know it's not the holiday season anymore, but I like holiday movies lately, especially on Hallmark. I'm a Hallmark girly. That's what I've been watching lately. And I will say my favorite Hallmark mystery is Aurora Tea Garden. I'm still watching the old episodes. I know it got canceled, but I love Aurora Tea Garden mysteries. They're just so relaxing to me. I think they're relaxing to me because that's like the first Hallmark show that I've ever watched. So it is one of my favorites. I have many favorites, but this is like the one show that I can watch over and over again. Anyways, ladies, I hope you enjoyed this girl talk, and I will catch you in the next video.